Welcome back, everyone, to the complete Pineleaf. We're back here at Troomdrang in Dunland, where we crossed the border in the last episode into Dunland proper. And we have Brygar here, who I'm sure is going to tell us what he needs us to do.
There is much we can do here in Troomdrang to help its people.
Yes, we have already learned much about Dunland from your brief encounter, Pineleaf. There is much that we can do here to help the people and also to smooth the passage of the Grey Company through this land. Alright, just remember the last time we tried the smooth passage of the Grey Company, it didn't go all that well. But I guess I'll take the agility ring, that'll do for now.
The Stag clan is not as powerful as it once was. Its people are marginalized.
Yes, if we can gain the favor of the Stag clan, could be that they will resist the call of Saruman. Stay here and help the people of Troomdrang. Once you have satisfied that you have done all that you can to earn their respect and favor, continue southeast into the lands of Pren Guth. There you will find a large village called Galtrev. Just outside the village, you can meet up with Halbarad and see what can be done next as we pass through Dunland. Now, there are many points in this particular storyline where they say, help the people here until you're satisfied, because it was pretty much written before they changed rules on how the epic story worked versus VIP and all of that. So with that, a lot of the stuff assumed that you had the quest pack in addition to VIP, because then you needed to be, and I mean the quest pack in addition to doing the epic storyline, because back then you needed the quest pack to do the epic story. By the time they actually released Isengard, they had changed that. But let's get on with it, because we do have some quests here that I'd like to do.
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
Honored traveler, I am so glad that you have brought Dunland back to us in time for the feast. Many feared that she was dead. If only she would take a husband, she would not get into such trouble. But she's a headstrong girl. I wish to build this bonfire to represent the depths of my gratitude that she has come back to us safe and whole. It should be towering, burning hot last summer, and smell as fair as flowers. I will need more kindling and scented herbs to fuel as it burns, if it is to be so great. Will you help me collect these things? I need some kindling and some scented herbs. Alright, I suppose I can do that. And what does Hav here need?
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
Welcome to Lantaran. The elder has sent word that you will be joining us for the feast tonight. Many hungry people will be there, along with Stag clansmen from other parts of Troomdrang. It is my duty to prepare the meat, but since our clan's huntress was taken captive, the men have been hard pressed to find food. Our tribe is not what it once was. But do not worry yourself. You look to be a sturdy hobbit. Will you participate in the hunt? I wish to feast on boar and oxen tonight. Hunt wild game in Troomdrang. Well, I suppose so. No other quests? Very well. Then I guess it's just going to be this. I suppose we could remove that for now, since that's going to take a long time. Oh, and here is a boar. What a coincidence! And of course, as usual, quests here are level 66. We're level 55, so we needed a little catch up to do here. But I think, based on past experience, we should have absolutely no trouble in playing this little game of catch up. I think he said that we need... Ouch! Boar oxen, I think, is what they said. I already forgot what they said. But you're not going to have these oxen all over the place if I weren't to hunt one or two of them, right? Now, is that Dragon Clan or is that a hostile scout? Well, we need to keep out the hostile. I know. I'm supposed to. And that's supposed to fight them to it later, but right now I'm in need of a couple of recipes. So if I kill a couple extra Dragon Clan trying to hunt for cooking recipes. Warden's Axe of the Third Age. Minimum level 66. Even someone level LI, so if you've been watching this long, you know that I prefer spears over axes for my weapons. It just feels more warden-like to me. And I have a liking in spears. And besides, if I didn't like spears, why would I have taken a name like Pineleaf? Because that's something nice and sharp. There you go. Really? Not a good scout, is he? Not at all. But if that makes it easier for me, who am I to argue? I just need to do a little bit of hunting, find some more boars, find some more cattle, and we'll be done, right? Now, any recipes yet? Of course not. Ah, I think I finally found where we have some kindling. That would be good. But any more of this stuff anywhere around here? Those are blueberries, not kindling, but we don't want those blueberries to get in the way, so let's have a little snack of them. Over here, more kindling. Now we're also going to be needing some herbs. Ah, here's some herbs. Just follow your nose and you can find some. All around this rock seems to be home of herbs and spices. Here's your kindling.
I have not seen your kind before.
Ah, these will do just fine. Take heed tonight of the bonfire. It will fill the air with lovely scents, and will burn as hot and as bright as the stars in summer. Right. And here is the meat.
Sleep often escapes me, for the night shadows bring fear.
Ooh, so much? This is more than enough, Pineleaf. And it does not take you an expedition of many days to bring it back. The elder says that you are to be treated as family while you pass through our village, but we have need of a stout provider like yourself. Yeah, instead of you to work like family. Now, let's see. Well, that's certainly, we don't need that. How does this look? I need to take careful look at the rewards here because some of the best cosmetics are from this area. And I want to make sure I get them so I could get them this way rather than by spending lots of mithril in order to get it or some other way like this. But there's some really nice rewards that you can get at various quests here. Hello.
The Turknuth have been destroyed. I pray to the Urkwirad that we will not be next.
Yes, have you been enjoying your stay thus far, dear Pineleaf? There are not many hours left until the Feast of the Running Stag, and I want to make certain that everyone is ready precisely at sundown. The ritual is an important part of our heritage. My good clansmen are not always the most observant when it comes to these things. Indeed, the blood of the Stag clan grows thin, and only Elaine and Guto show promise of growing into true stags. My feet here are sore and my words are tired, but I do what I can to nurture my folk, so what they will be able to carry on when I am gone, I wish that they could be more like you. Please, will you go and remind them of the present to be present at sundown? All right, fine. I shall remind them of this great ritual that's going to be tonight that's going to involve this hair. Hello? Oh, hello.
You are welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
I will promise no such thing, Devoniad. My grandfather believes in the preservation of our culture, but I believe in the preservation of our lives. If you fail to notice, one of our clanswomen was attacked not many days ago. Someone must remember these things rather than remember a history lived long, long ago. I am grateful to you, but I make no promises. Now, stop troubling me and go humor my grandfather somewhere else. Oh boy. Hello. Oh, Elaine, of course.
You're welcome here, as long as you do not trouble us.
Yes, do not worry, Pineleaf. I will attend. I intend to learn more about the rights of the Stag clan. I fear that the elder will soon need assistance when he performs the Feast of the Running Stag. Someone will need to be his eyes when he is blind. Will you be their friend? I have been hoping to share a meal with you after what you've done for me. I will certainly be there tonight, dear friend. All right, see, we even get a little bow from her. There you go. And, oh, that reminds you to attend the Feast of the Running Stag?
The Uchtwairod requires us to give welcome to the Duvodiad.
I know, I know. The elder sent someone to remind us all yesterday, and the day before that as well. We will all attend, and we will, as we do every year, but I do not see the point in continuing on with this ritual. We go to humor the elder. That's all. Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there just like every year. Yeah, boy, these people are really enthusiastic, aren't they? Yes. Hello there, will you attend the Feast of the Running Stag?
I have not seen your kind before.
Carus, is it really that time again? It's a tedious way to spend a night, but at least we can enjoy the feast. I do not see the point of carrying on this old tradition, and no one cares about it but the elder. These old rites have no point anymore. Why do they not just forget them? Well, we have to see the rite before we can know about that. And then Ethel. Bah! The elder's eyes are not good, nor is his memory. He will surely not notice if I am not present at the Feast of the Running Stag. It is an old tedious rite anyhow. But I see that you are here to nag me in his place, which means that you will tell him, very well, I'll go, but there is no sense in it. I will surely sleep while the rites are being performed. Wake me when it's time to eat. Wonderful. Everyone's been reminded? They are generally a soft lot, but that's no matter. I'm glad that they're coming. Well, most of them at least. Thank the Guirod for Elaine. She's a jewel among the coals. My grandson's a good boy, but like a bull in both body and in mind. I pray he will learn to think of living as oft as he thinks of war. When I die, he will lead this clan in my stead. Yes, I hope there's still time for him to learn. Anyway, well, let's see what we have here. Oh, that's oh, of course, because those are shoulders for that medium. No, no. All right, I'll just. I don't know how well that dies. Well, we'll take that anyway.
The old woman of the mountain says we should not trust Vodiad.
Yeah. You should hear my opinion of the old woman of the mountain, but Maybe best not to speak that at the moment. Yes, and now the members of the Stag clan who live beyond the Lantaran must receive the summons as well. Once a year, a crow from our village flies down to remind the solitary folk that it is time to join their brethren for an evening. The crabine can be found in the village. Will you be so good as to set them off in the direction of the farms? The birds know what to do from there. All right. Anyway, let's send crow messages then. Send them with their messages. I guess they do this every year and they're used to the route. Here you go. On your way. Good. That's one. Where else have we got some? Ah, here's the next one. And soon they'll be flying all over the place. And hopefully everything will be fine. I always feel strange to have a quest involving Crabine that doesn't involve killing them, where you are freeing them and letting them fly off. Now, the question is, what exactly do the Crabine do? Obviously, they fly towards the outlying farms. That's absolutely no question. But there are several possibilities as to how they handle it. They could have a message tied to their legs, such as you might do with a pigeon. I suppose there's a possibility that they just know that when that bird arrives each year, it is time to go to the feast. But that will require it to be only this bird coming means it's the feast and there's no other purpose for the bird, or that if the bird arrives off season, it might mean a different message, but if it arrives this time of the year, it means it's time for the feast. That's another possibility. Of course, the third possibility is that the birds know how to talk, and I don't think in Locho they ever have Crabine talking, do they? Hmm. I mean, they are Corvines, so it's theoretically possible, but it takes a lot of training, I think, in order to do that. And I don't know if they have the patience for that. But let's speak with the elder again. The birds are off then? Good, very good. I think that the Feast of the Running Stag will be a memorable one, thanks to the help that you have lent us. We have not had an able bodied warrior like yourself with us in a long time. Well, save for dear Elaine and my stubborn grandson Guto. Now, you may spend the rest of your time as you please until the Feast of the Stag begins. I have no more need of you, but there is always work to be found in Lantaran, and never enough hands found to do it. Oh, yes, I'm sure that's the case. And it appears that Elaine and Guto are the ones that are needing me at the moment. Here's Guto. Guto looks a bit ragged. You almost think that he were a grandfather rather than a grandson of the chief.
It is not our custom to trust Devodiad, but perhaps you may be of help to me?
My grandfather talks of the importance of remembrance, family, and clan pride. But what are the real dangers pressing against us? Every year, more people of Troomdrang fall up to the evils of the wild. My people dwindle, and they are weak and afraid. The old blood of the stag will likely not survive another generation. If you want to truly help my folk, worry less about the Feast of the Running Stag and more about the wolves that loom nearer and nearer. All right, defeat wolves. I can do that. I think I've already killed one or two of those. And Elaine?
Hear me out, Devodiad, for I have a tale to tell.
Pineleaf, we seem to have little time left before the Feast of the Stag begins. I wish to finish this hunt I began the day I was taken, but the elder has asked me to help him prepare for tonight. There is an old friend who has brazenly walked into town and stolen oh, fiend, not friend! Stolen hens from right under our noses. His howl sends a jolt of fear down the spines of my kin. I was stalking him to his den in the southwest when the Dryglook's rogues were likewise stalking me. His name is Red Eye, an evil old menace of a wolf, and I intend to see him to the end of a spear. If you happen to slay him while you're out in the plains, I will even be more impressed with you. All right, yes, I'll see him on the end of a spear, all right. Fortunately, I do have a spear with me, so let's go and find this red-eyed wolf. Oh, apparently Grigor also needs me to do something.
Do not speak the names of evil things, for you will call them.
Pineleaf, I am pleased that you're here. Ever since Elaine was attacked by the Dragon Clan, I have not been able to calm myself. What if we are attacked? We have not the stores to feed our village if some catastrophe were to befall us. There should be few hours yet before the Feast of the Running Stag. I happen to know that wild turnips are in season, and they grow in the fields to the south this time of the year. Would you be so good as to collect some so that our stores may be supplemented? It would be much to ease my worries. Very well. There you go. Make sure there is nothing else this time before I go. And we will begin the next episode with the slaying of a few wolves and the collection of some turnips. And perhaps we are even able to attend a feast. We will find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.